Welcome aboard Bus One. We're on our way to Bee Cave, Texas, and we've got some time to kill. Let's play some trivia. Gamers, introduce yourselves.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael P. I'm the newbie on board, and I'm hoping to win the grand belt today. Let's get it.
I don't know about all that, but my name is Mitch.
And I'm Sam.
Nice. Well, welcome aboard, guys. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to Bee Cave, Texas, so you know what that means. Today's topic is all about bees.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I love bees.
Bees nuts. Before we move forward, let's go over the rules because Michael, everybody welcome Michael. We have a new guest joining the pod for the first time. So pay attention because here are the rules. Number 1, no Googling. Bees don't know how to Google, and so you're not allowed to either. There will be 3 levels in this game, a total of 15 questions, so that's 5 per level. Level 1, the correct answers will get you 1 pot of honey per correct answer. Level 2, you'll get 2 pots of honey per correct answer. And level 3, you will get 3 pots of honey per correct answer. So the points are going to go up as we go through it. We are using a buzzer.
Of course. That's why. Okay.
That's why. So make sure you buzz in if you think you got the correct answer. And as always, be on the lookout for the wasp, also called the challenge question, Pete. It looks like a bee, but it's not. Once per game, I will give you a fake answer to one of the questions. Every player gets 1 opportunity to challenge what I reveal as the correct answer. If you correctly guess which is the wasp, I will award you an additional 3 pots of honey. However, if you incorrectly challenge a true bee, you're gonna get stung and lose 3 pots of honey. So multiple players can challenge the same question, but just keep that in mind. Something's gonna be fishy, and call me out. Also, if you challenge in the middle of the game rather than at the end, I will give you the points for the question as well as if you had gotten it right.
Fishy.
Do 3 pots of honey equal a jar of honey?
I don't know the pot to jar conversion. That's a great question. We'll figure it out in post. An extra rule that I'm kind of stealing from Mitch here. If you think you know the answer before multiple choice is read, you can use your stinger to take an early stab. If you get the answer correct, you'll get an additional pot of honey. But you have to let me know. You have to say stinger before I read the multiple choice to take that early guess.
Okay.
And as always, most honey wins, opposite of golf.
Yay.
No honey in golf as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. You guys are some golfers,
No,
right?
we don't play with honey.
No honey, exactly.
No honey.
Unless I'm feeling frisky.
Ooh, Sam.
Which is probably every time, so.
I want to play golf with Sam, dang. But any questions?
No?
Let's do it.
Solid? Feeling good?
Feeling
Especially
good.
you, Michael?
I'm feeling good.
Great, cool. So, if everybody's ready to go, we're going to start it off with round 1, which has a title, Deep Dive into the Hive, aka the social structure of bees.
But we can be bees.
So here we go. Question 1. Bees are famous for their machine-like organization of their hives, but not all bees follow this eusocial structure, opting to risk it out on their own. Which of the following types of bees is a, quote, solitary bee? So it does not live in hives with a bunch of other bees working together. Is it A, a honeybee, B, a carpenter bee, C, a bumblebee, or D, a killer bee? Sam.
Dang it.
I feel like I'm just going to say killer bee, That's like the alpha male. I don't know.
Petey?
Well, he stole my answer, so now I can't choose it.
You could double up if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to go with killer bee. I feel like the killers are the kings, so they're going to do it on their own,
Okay, Mitch?
I think I know this one because I've seen them by themselves. So that's the only reason I'm saying it's carpenter bee.
Mitch, that is correct. It is carpenter bee.
Wow,
they are
that's
solitary
impressive, Mitch.
bees. There are a couple
What can I
other
say?
species of bee that are solitary. But while the carpenter bees, they'll build their own individual nests. Sometimes they build near each other. It's like, think of it like a neighborhood, but they don't have like that caste system, right? Nobody's the boss around a carpenter bee.
No,
the
I've
entrepreneur.
I have this wooden. I'll be kind of obscure about it. I have this wooden structure that I've been near recently, and I've noticed that like I'm like sitting there and like there are carpenter bees in it, but there's only like one or two. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is just how they are.
Mitch's wooden structure that for
I have experience
legal purposes has no purpose whatsoever.
No purpose. It's classified.
Good stuff.
Sam, I fear that Mitch is gonna be the winner of this game.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We better step it up. We better.
That's a good point.
I'm sorry,
I realize puns.
I do need to.
No, I won't put that on.
There you go, Petey. You get 1 point, which is not the same as a pot of honey.
So completely useless.
Wait, what's the conversion between points and jars of honey?
Points are just for
100
your
to
heart,
1?
and pots of honey are actually
1 million to 1. There you go.
All right. Question 2. Not all are equal in bee society. L. While queens direct the activities of the hive, workers carry out important building and foraging tasks, and the drones just kind of hang out, I guess. Which of the following is not a difference between workers and drones? So it's a negatively coded question. So three of these are different. One of them is kind of fake. A, workers are all female, drones are all male. B, drones are sterile, workers are not. C, workers have stingers, drones do not. Or D, drones come from unfertilized eggs while workers come from fertilized eggs. Sam.
What was the first one that had genders in it? Because I feel like that's
workers
right.
are female, drones are male.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Sam, that is incorrect because that is a true thing. All workers are female bees, all males are.
I totally
I even gave you the
No, I know
preface,
you did. That's totally on me.
Mitch?
What was C again?
C was workers have stingers, whereas drones do not.
I'm going to go with that one.
Mitch, that is incorrect.
Dang it.
What?
That is true.
Oh,
All workers have stingers.
right.
No drones have stingers.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
that's
that.
correct. All right, Petey, down to the wire, 50-50.
Too, yeah.
Could I hear both of those again?
Yes, you can. Drones are sterile, workers are not. Or drones come from unfertilized eggs, whereas workers come from fertilized eggs.
I think I'm going to go with D.
Petey, that's incorrect. That's a full
my
wash. The correct
gosh.
answer was that drones are sterile and workers are not. So, fun fact, all workers are female bees. So they are a fertilized egg because the queen can choose to lay a fertilized or an unfertilized egg. Bee genetics is kind of weird. It's really cool. I did a deep dive. But the drones are not sterile because they're the only male bees. So they reproduce, but only the queen gets to reproduce.
Right,
As a female
that
bee.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So that's kind of how that works. But yeah, so what's really fun is a male bee does not have a father. It only has a grandfather and a mother because the queen just lays an unfertilized egg and then you get a drone.
Well, that's a fun fact.
It's a cool little neat bee fact.
Wait, is that a bee pun? You get a point.
A bee fact? How's that?
I get a point?
You get a point.
Okay, thanks, Pete.
this is
I'm
going
writing
great.
that down. I got 1 point, which is not a pot of honey. And nobody gets a pot of honey for that.
You need 1 million points for a pot of honey.
Let's see if we can get there by the end of this hour-ish long episode.
Dense with puns, yeah.
Yeah, we're 2 puns in and 9 minutes, so that's not boding very well. Question 3. Guys, do you remember the last great bee civil war? If you remember the last great bee civil war, you know nobody wants a repeat of that.
No.
That was terrible. The losses on both sides, just horrific. In order to prevent this, the hive works to ensure that only one queen is in power at any given time. How does a hive limit itself to one queen? Is it A, the queen will never lay another queen egg? B, the queen kills all other queen larvae before they can mature? C, the workers don't build queen cells while detecting the queen's pheromones? Or D, new queens leave the hive if there's already one present? Mitch.
I feel like I've heard D before.
Mitch, that is incorrect.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil why it's incorrect.
Right, sure.
Get the answer, but I'll tell you.
That's
Sam?
okay.
The pheromones one. I like that
Sam,
one.
that is also incorrect. I also like that one. Thanks.
Wow.
I liked
Oh my
writing
gosh.
that one. Petey? Down
It's
to
gotta
the
be
50-50.
It's got to be
know.
B. I think I'm wrong again, but it's got to be B.
No, that is correct. You get the pot of honey for that. So
Wow.
that's the thing. The queen will kill all other queen larvae before it can mature. Sometimes, if the hive is big enough, you do get into the situation where there are two queens. If that happens, they kind of send out a little noise and they duel.
It's time
Basically, if one queen touches another one's abdomen, they go into fight mode. It's crazy. Like they have a genetic response.
Bee fight.
Bee fight.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But Mitch, with the thing you might have heard for D, where the queen leaves the hive, that is a great transition into question 4. Ooh. Beehives can be thought of as a sort of superorganism, with each bee acting as a part of a bigger whole entity. They even have a way of almost reproducing. When a hive gets too big, a queen will leave and take half of the hive with her to start anew. What is the name for this process? Is it A, schisming, B, swarming, C, bifurcation, or D, supermitosis? Mitch.
I might be completely wrong on this. A, schisming?
That is incorrect, Mitch.
That was the best one.
I know.
Thank you. That was the one I enjoyed the most too.
This is crazy.
I think I'm going to go with B.
Bee swarming is correct, Petey.
Let's
They
go.
call it a swarm. So if you've ever seen like bees on like swarming around a tree or something like that, that's because the queen has left the hive. All the bees have followed her, and she's leaving to do it. And because there are queens being laid all the time, like the workers are already kind of refreshing. The queen just kind of kills them as they pop up. When she leaves, then another queen can mature, and the old hive will still have a queen, and then the new hive will start anew.
Wait, can you say that again?
So the queen leaves.
Okay.
Wait. So the queen
leaves,
Yeah.
but because there's no queen anymore in the old hive to kill the new ones, a new one grows up and takes over, and then the new hive starts with the new queen.
Can I be a queen?
Yeah, you can.
You already are.
Yeah, it's actually 5 good pun points makes you a queen, and then you have to have enough queen points in order to get the
there we go.
honey.
That's what it is. That's
what
That's
it
the
is.
conversion
Yeah,
rate.
the
There you
conversion
go.
is very messy.
We finally
for that
found
reason.
the conversion.
We finally did
Yep.
it. The swarms can be very dangerous due to the queen being currently unprotected in a hive, so don't go near bee swarms. Call a professional; they'll come deal with it.
I've seen where like if you're like if you have like a nest on your property, the person will come and move the queen into a container, and then the rest of the bees will follow the queen.
Yeah, so they kind of create a swarming event, basically, in that sense. Yeah.
Artificial swarming.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. So, question 5. While bees can take orders from their queen through pheromones, communicating directions such as the location of the nearest pretty flower field can be a little tricky. To do this, they perform a sort of dance that directs other bees to a point of interest. What is the name of this dance?
Never heard of it.
No one.
The tango.
Dang, dude, it was on a Bus One episode. I'll give credit after this. It was on the Bugs episode. Shout out Logan. Is it A, the jiggle dance, B, the waggle dance, C, the juggle dance, or D, the wiggle dance? Sam.
Waggle dance, right?
That is correct, Sam. It is the waggle dance.
Nice job.
And
once you said it, it jogged my memory.
There you go. What's actually really cool about the waggle dance is bees kind of have like an electric field because they're so fuzzy, like the static electricity. So when they move, it modulates that electric field, and the other bees can feel it, and they have a very, very good sense of direction because of that. It's so neat.
That's pretty cool.
And they have really
That's
good
actually
spatial
really
memory.
cool.
Yeah,
That's actually really cool. I had no idea.
It's really neat. And they can also, they've been shown to be able to detect magnetic fields from the earth for directions and the sun.
What?
Yeah, they're so smart. But
they got like a built-in compass.
They got a built-in compass. It's pretty neat. I did want to shout out Logan because he asked a very similar question. But on that episode, he asked everybody to do their best waggle dance, but it was an audio-only episode. So now I'm going to have everybody do their best waggle dance for a bonus pot of honey. Ooh, I like it,
Wait,
Petey.
is it like the best? You have to like get up. Like,
no, it's not the best. It's just a good try. Oh, yes.
Okay, that deserves a pot of honey. I'll be honest.
Dude, there's the field. There's the field. Go over there. That's the one. Yeah.
there's the field.
Hit it. Hey. I love it. Nice job, guys.
Wait.
Yeah.
You're not off the hook, Aidan. You're not off the hook.
Yeah, Mr. Host, get up and do it.
He can't give himself the point. That's pretty good.
Ooh, that is actually really
put
good.
More.
Oh, put more hip into it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
there you go.
I was gonna say put more ass in it.
Go
but, you
all
know.
out. Okay, sure, or that too.
There we go.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to give myself the bonus point for that.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Each of you can take a bonus pot of honey in that case.
Okay.
So I'm at 2
okay.
points right now.
Okay.
I'm winning in points.
Yeah, in points.
And that is the end of round 1. So nice
Wait,
job.
who actually won? Who was the best? All right, like, let's be real.
You know, everyone's the best for trying.
Aw, so I get another pot?
It's a
For
participation.
dancing. Everybody gets a pot of honey. But I
Everybody
get a
gets
bonus
one.
point because mine was the best.
Yours was
Anyway,
the
can we
best.
get a score check here at the end of round 1 of where we're at? Honey check.
3 pots
Wait.
of honey.
3 pots of honey.
So are we really counting the one from the dance? That's
Yeah.
not a joke?
Yeah,
Okay,
guess
so
so.
2.
Of course.
2 pots of honey.
I have 2 as well.
Nice job, guys. That's pretty close. A lot can switch up going into round 2. But before we do, a little a little bee told me that we have to go to an audience question. So I'm going to waggle dance on over there and we'll see you next time.
Buzz, 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 buzz. Oh, hey there, human. Welcome to my hive. I'm just chilling in here listening to my favorite podcast, Buzz One Trivia. It's really fun. You should definitely check it out. See, I always make sure to tell my friends and acquaintances about the podcasts I like, because it helps the creators of the show. Anyways, I was recently thinking about Oramaxing, and what songs might be best for it. What's that, Mr. NYLT? You say funk music is good for Oramaxing? What a great idea! You deserve a point for that. Speaking of points, us bees tend to make our hives using a lattice of special pointed shapes. What shapes do bees use to create the lattice of their beehives? Again, what shapes do us bees use to create the lattice of our beehives? Tell us your answer in the comments on Spotify, YouTube, or on the latest Instagram post for a chance at earning a point from me, Buzzy the Bee.
And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you liked that audience question. Remember to put your answer in. But now it's time for round 2, which also has a title. Husbandry, more like buzzbandry, also known as bees and agriculture.
But we can be
Okay.
bees.
So we're talking about kind of domesticating bees in this one. So question 6. In order to raise bees to produce all their good stuff, we need to keep them well fed. Which of the following is not a food source for bees? Is it A, nectar, B, pollen, C, leaves, or D, royal jelly? Petey.
Oh, it's got to be C. C spoke to me like before you even read the question.
Petey, that's incorrect.
What was C?
Bees eat leaves, dude.
They eat leaves?
You ever hear of the leaf eater bee?
No, my bees don't eat leaves.
Dang, you got a different type of bee there, dude.
I guess I got a carpenter bee.
Mitch?
I'm going to say pollen.
Mitch, that is correct. Bees do not consume pollen. They use it as a building material. They turn it into
right.
wax. So they don't eat it.
Little do our contestants know that this was the fake answer. Looks like they were fooled this time.
Royal jelly, however, is a substance that's excreted, by worker bees. They feed it to all the larvae when they're growing up, but they continue to feed it to the queen, and that's why it becomes a queen, because it eats this good stuff.
A ton of that
apparently.
stuff.
Okay,
Yeah. It's weird. And then like people started eating it for alternative medicine purposes, which is a little shady, but we're not going to go into that part.
What is it called again?
Royal jelly.
Royal jelly. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something you would get in like Zelda, right?
Yeah, right.
Like
no,
royal
exactly.
jelly.
Yeah, it's like this
I don't
like
know.
creamy stuff that comes out of the worker bees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me some of that royal jelly.
Okay. Anyways.
Question 7. During their trips to drink that sweet, sweet nectar out of flowers, bees also need pollen to bring back and build their hives. Which of the following is not a way that bees collect pollen? I'm now realizing that a lot of negatively coded questions don't work very well for the snipe mechanic, but
That's
well.
okay.
A, tiny hairs on their legs. B, cheek pouches. C, a static charge built up by flapping their wings. Or D, pollen baskets on their hind legs. Mitch.
I'm going to go with cheek pouches.
Mitch, that is correct. They carry them all
killing
other
it.
ways but cheek pouches. They do have mandibles, but they don't really use those. They're more for like cutting. They don't have any mouth storage. So they have their proboscis to suck up the nectar, but the pollen is carried on the outside of the body with all that hair and static electricity, and then these big concave surfaces on their hind legs that they like pack all the pollen into. So if you ever see like a bee with a giant ass, that's like yellow.
That's what they're doing.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is I've always seen like with pictures of bees with pollen, it's like all backloaded, like it's all in the back.
Yeah, they got that junk in the trunk.
Junk in the trunk. That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to question 8, I guess. Before we move on, though, I do want to give a moment of silence for the first guy to crack open a beehive, please. Thanks. Yeah, well, he probably got stung a bunch and probably died. At least we figured out that their gross little gunk is delicious. After we tried that sweet, sweet honey, we figured out how to create artificial hives and farm bees. When was the first recorded instance of domesticated beekeeping? And if anybody wants to snipe here, I'll give you a 200 year on either end window.
Whoa.
So is this specifically like is this defined as artificial hives? Or
This is domesticated bees.
Ooh.
I think it's artificial hives, but
I bet
just
it's like
husbandry.
super
And
early.
you're giving us a 200-year window on
400
both
year
sides?
window. Yeah.
Oh my
Plus
god.
or minus 200 years.
Here's the thing. I think in the like context of history, 400 years is not a lot.
it's
So
not.
I don't feel
That's
like
true.
I want to guess.
That's true.
All right.
Like I don't think the answer is like 1912, and then it's like, well, like,
It's actually 2025.
Option
Yeah, right.
A, 6000 BCE in Spain. B,
Wow.
3100 BCE in Egypt. C, 1900 BCE in Greece. Or D, 900 BCE in the Jordan Valley. Sam.
I'm gonna say Egypt.
Sam, that is correct. That'll get you the
Thanks.
pots of honey.
Let's
So,
Nice.
fun fact, 6000 BC in Spain,
Wow.
they discovered cave paintings of people harvesting honey, but not like farming it. So they would take the beehives and eat
Right.
it. But the
And
first
run away really
domestication of
fast.
bees, yeah, exactly. Like in Zelda.
Right.
But the
Like
first
in
domestication
Zelda, yeah.
and like peak. But the first domestication of bees was in Egypt in 3100 BCE. But like ancient Greece did it. Everybody's been doing bees for a while. I think the Egyptians first figured out that if you like use smoke, it calms, like puts the bees to sleep, and then you can harvest the honey. Yeah, that thing.
Well, and I think like it's like a really good artificial or like a sweetener, or it gets a natural sweetener. But it also doesn't it like, hopefully I'm not stealing any thunder from you.
No.
Doesn't it like keep forever?
Yeah,
Like,
I
honey
almost wrote a
does
question
not go
about that,
bad.
but I didn't. Yeah, honey
Yeah.
and beeswax too. They both have no expiration date. Their chemical
Wow.
compound is entirely stable. So it's very, very good. People used a lot of beeswax. We'll talk.
And the reason I know that, just from learning that on the side,
Yeah.
but I bought some Snapple. And I was
Nice.
looking for the expiration date, and it didn't have one.
Snapple doesn't expire?
Snapple does not expire.
Oh my God.
That's
Apparently.
crazy.
Now that I wonder what they're doing. With
I don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
what are they doing at Snapple?
It's all beeswax.
But apparently Snapple does not go bad.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's
And
awesome.
did they
actually,
get rid
yeah.
of the facts, or do they still have the Snapple facts on the cat?
Oh, they've got to.
I have no idea.
They
I
have
thought I
to.
heard something about people getting rid of them, and it was like super mad. But oh well,
Yeah, I feel like I
that's
heard
their
that.
funeral. It never goes bad. They can ride out the market. They can hold their
exactly.
inventory until
Exactly.
it goes bad.
I mean, yeah.
Good business plan. I first learned about the campfire thing from Minecraft. Thanks, Minecraft.
Thanks, Minecraft.
Anyway,
to Minecraft.
question 9. Shout out to Minecraft. Question 9. Bees work pretty hard in order to keep up with the demands of their own hive, but also the demands of humans. How many flowers does a colony need to visit to produce 1 pound of honey? And I will again give you never mind. I don't want to pick a number out of
Yeah,
my
that's
ass.
gonna clue us in on how.
crazy.
If you're close enough, I'll give it to you if you're feeling ballsy. But here we go. A. Oh, do you want to? Are you feeling ballsy, Mitch?
Can you repeat it? I might.
Yeah,
How many
wait.
pounds of...
How many flowers does a bee need to visit to produce a pound of honey?
That's got to be a shit ton. I'll snipe. Or stinger. I had to say it. I'm going to go with 1 million flowers.
Okay.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
You guys want to turn this into a closest?
Stinger.
Petey.
Sam, you better do it. We're doing it.
I will.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna scale it down a bit. I feel like a million is like too much in my brain.
Too many flowers.
Too many flowers. I
I
can't
can't
even
even
imagine.
comprehend that
Have
number.
you seen
can't-
a million flowers?
Yeah,
I don't
haven't
think
you
I've
watched
seen a
Wicked?
million flowers in my lifetime.
exactly. Didn't they grow? I wonder how many flowers they grew for Wicked. I'm gonna look that up while you're answering.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go 250,000 flowers.
Wow.
I love it. Sam, are you getting in on this?
Yeah, Stinger. I'm just trying to envision what a pound of honey would look like. Like, I
So
don't...
imagine like a jar.
Oh,
and it's
true.
Like,
Is that a pound of honey? Like
that has some
a
heft
mason
to it.
jar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch it be
That's
like
probably more
10.
than a pound.
It's gonna be like
For
10.
Wicked,
Yeah,
they
I know,
planted
watch it be
9
like-
million tulips. So if that gives you a reference.
Wow.
That's how much they
For
really
Wicked,
9
yeah.
million?
Yeah.
That's
Holy
That's
crazy.
9
crap.
pounds of honey.
Or more.
I don't want to be rude and say 1,000,001, so I'll say
Yeah, don't be rude.
Oh.
Say 10 million.
2. Oh wow! Okay, sure. 2.5 million.
Sam, that's going to give it to you because the correct answer is 2 million flowers, roughly.
What?
Yeah. So that's it. That's 2
nuts.
pieces of, or 2 jars of honey plus an extra jar of honey because you sniped and everyone just kind of went for it. But a single worker produces about 1/12 of a tablespoon in their lifetime. So think of how
Wow.
many worker bees have to
Oh
kind of
my
work together to get
gosh.
to all those flowers.
I'll
And
remember that next time I eat a
just for
tablespoon
a
of honey.
pound of honey, right? It's 1/12 of a teaspoon.
Next
you have a
time I
teaspoon
eat a
of honey,
worker
that's
bee, I'm gonna
12
remember
bees'
that.
Oh my
life's
god.
work.
Wow.
That's
Can you
crazy.
imagine?
They
Their
signed up
lives
for
are so
it.
insignificant.
Yeah, my cup of tea in the morning kills 12 bees.
Oh,
Make sure to thank your bees when
Thank your
you
bees
eat
when you
your
drink
honey.
your
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Question 10. Outside of producing honey and other products like beeswax, bees provide an extremely important function as one of the world's best pollinators. With all that pollen hanging on the outside of the body, they carry it from place to place. While they naturally pollinate in their areas, surges in farming demand as well as declining wild bee populations have led to bees being shipped in to help with crops on big agricultural operations. Approximately what percentage of humans' food supply is currently reliant on pollination by bees? Is it A, 1/2, B, 1/3, C, 1/4, or D, 1/5?
do bees pollinate corn? Like, I feel like that. If you
They
could
only
figure
really
that out, that
pollinate
would be a
plants that
big-
flower. I don't know. Do they let the corn get to the flowering stage? I don't actually know.
I don't know.
I should know that. It's
I know
Indiana,
from Indiana.
but-
You feel like
yeah,
we should know it.
Yeah.
It can't
All
be
we
that
are.
many. I'm gonna go a third. Even sounds like a lot. I'm gonna go with a third. Why not?
That's correct, Mitch. 1/3
Wow, right
of the food supply is currently reliant on pollination. It's a little bit less than, I just wanted to do the nice fractions. 1/3 is the total number with like bees and birds and stuff like that. But the bees are carrying the load of the work there. You know, they got the junk in the trunk. They're carrying it around.
Yeah, birds ain't got nothing.
When was the last time you saw a bird with pollen ass? That's what I'm saying. Big
Never,
Bird
I
doesn't
don't
want
think.
it.
No, yeah, I don't
Is
think I've
Big
ever seen
Bird
that.
covered in pollen? Because he's all yellow.
Oh,
And doesn't he have a
you're
pretty
so
sizable
right.
gut too? Like, I feel like that
That's
might all
all
be pollen.
Wow, Big
It's
Bird
all
is really
gut.
carrying the pollination.
Yeah.
He
weight
should be
of the
big
species.
pollen.
Yeah.
He
Is that
should be.
right? He should
Here,
be big
kids.
pollen.
Dear Sesame Workshop, why is he not named Big Pollen?
Big pollen sounds like, big ag. Like here.
What Big Pollen doesn't want you to know. It's like that's some shit from
Like
the Bee
Miracle
movie,
Grow,
yeah.
big
Yeah.
pollen.
Yeah,
Ugh.
exactly. Anyway, that's the end of round 2. Round 2, which was entitled Husbandry More Like Busbandry, Bees and Agriculture. So congratulations, we finished it. Can I get a honey check?
No.
Okay. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in to Buzz One. Really anticlimactic.
Come on.
I'm proud of my number. You be proud of your number too.
I have 3.
3 pots of honey.
I gained 0.
Nice.
For the viewers out there who are following me.
Consistent, one might say.
I have 8. No big deal.
Whoa, no big deal.
And I have 7. No big deal.
Whoa.
Close.
Oh,
Now here's the thing, Petey. We're about to move into round 3. In round 3, they're all worth 3 points. So it's time to teach you the classic Bus One catchphrase. Round 3 is where I come alive.
Around 3 is where I come alive. That is a classic.
Hey, guys.
Bus One
I say it
catchphrase.
in every episode.
Yeah.
hey guys, round 3 is where I come alive.
Let's go.
Obligatory.
Obligatory
Yes.
round 3 is where I come
Same.
alive. Anyway, speaking of round 3, we're about to start it. And round 3 is called The Bee's Knees, or cool bee facts that I found that I wanted to talk about.
But we can
So,
be bees.
I'm
Here we
definitely
go.
gonna have bees' knees when I grow
You're
up.
gonna have bee's knees?
I think I'm gonna have bees' knees.
Is that a medical condition?
Aiden, are you actually interested in bees, or is this just a...
I wrote it down because I was like, I felt like bees have like a lot of weird things about them, and it's like
Sure.
they're kind of neat. And so I was like, I kind of hedged my bets that there was enough interesting stuff out there to write an episode. And then I spent like a day researching bees, and they're cool as shit. Yeah. And it's like,
here we are.
But no, I did not know anything about bees before today. So here we go. Question 11. It's time for the spelling bee question.
Oh,
Great.
So the point of this question is you have to answer using spelling bee rules, which would be like,
Say the word. spell
Aidan.
it, say it.
Aidan. Aidan. Cool. So, question is, the fear of bees is called apophobia, but I don't see any reason why people should be afraid of bees. They're so cute and virtually harmless, unlike wasps, which are total dicks and really scary, actually.
Yeah.
What is the fear of wasps and their stings called? And this is multiple choice, but you do have to spell out the answer that you wanted.
Ooh.
Unless anyone wants to take a stab?
No, I've never heard of
I
this
have
before.
no clue.
Nope.
Cool. A. Melissophobia. B. Sphexophobia. C. Vespophobia. Or D. Entomophobia.
Is
Damn.
Melissophobia the fear of people named Melissa?
Melissa. I'll tell you what the other ones are after we
Okay.
finish.
When you said Vespophobia, I just thought fear of Vespas.
That's
Oh my god!
The Italian accordion music starts playing.
Okay, just because I like the way it sounds. So wait, before I say anything, I have to say it in spelling bee fashion.
You have to say it in
right?
spelling bee
Okay.
fashion, yes.
My answer is, oh my gosh, Sphexophobia.
Okay. I can use it in a sentence if you want.
No, that wouldn't help. So Sphexophobia. S-P-H-E-K
Okay.
S-O-P-H-O-B-I-A.
Sam, that is 100% correct.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
No.
What?
Oh, Spexophobia.
There you go. Sam, that is 100%
You
correct.
should have done the, like, they ring the bell when you get it wrong.
When you forget to do it. But that is 100% correct. Sphexophobia is the fear of wasps and
I just
their
like the way
stings.
that one sounded.
I ain't
Yeah,
spelling.
What a fun word.
Melissophobia is actually another name for the fear of bees. It comes from the Greek word for bee instead of the Latin word for bee.
Melissophobia, that's awesome.
Vespophobia, like vesps, is like the genus of wasp. So if you know the
Oh,
Pokemon
right.
Vespiquen, that's where
Yeah.
that comes from. And then entomophobia is just a general fear of bugs.
For bugs.
So it's like a
entomology,
subset.
the study of
Entomology.
bugs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Figured that one was-
I am a proud Sphexophobe, which I made that. That's my first time saying that out loud.
I'm gonna get a shirt with that.
There you go.
Everyone's like,
because
New merch drop.
yeah, bees are cute. Proud Spexophobe is actually crazy merch. But, you know, bees are cute and stuff. But if like me, if you've been stung by a wasp or something before, you know that hurts like shit. And so I have a very, very valid fear, in my opinion. So I'm going to give a bonus pot of honey to anyone who's been stung by a wasp or bee before.
I have.
Well,
I actually have too.
yeah.
All three of you?
Yeah.
Great. Bonus pots of honey. Because
I've also
Thank
been
you.
stung by a bee in Animal Crossing, so.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Wait,
Well,
are those
me too.
wasps?
Sam,
I don't
that's I don't know how you ever recovered from that. That's more traumatizing than this.
Right.
Here's my classic bee wasp story is I was like a small child. I was riding my bike around my neighborhood and a bee landed on me. And I was like, okay, when a bee lands on you, you freeze, right? And so I freeze and my mouth was open. And the bee starts to crawl towards my mouth. And so I shut it. It stings my lip and then flies away. And I like kill it on my bike seat. But my lip went like... and
I'm gonna
Ever since
challenge
then-
that story. Why the hell would you do that?
because I was a fucking idiot, I guess.
Please tell me there's a picture of that somewhere.
There probably
What a story.
is, you know? So I think I have a very, very valid fear of wasps and bees and that kind of
Are
stuff.
you okay? Do you need help?
No, I'm traumatized. What I can't stand, the reason I gave a bonus point is I can't stand when people are like, oh, I've never been stung by a bee. I don't get what the big deal is, because it's like, they're scary as shit if
Yeah.
you felt it. Anyway.
Okay, can we take
Yeah.
a moment to appreciate what Sam just did? Like, I don't think I would
Yeah,
have been
the
able
spelling
to spell
was
that. Yeah, that was
I thought
fun.
it
That's
was
the hardest one, too.
SV something. I
No,
thought
it's
I was-
SPH.
All that like 5th grade spelling bee practice suddenly
Paid
helped.
off.
Coming
Yeah,
in
I thought he
clutch.
was like,
Was
I
suddenly
thought he was
useful.
just picking random letters.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was a kid and the spelling bee was like mandatory at my school, I would purposely spell a word wrong so that I didn't
Just to
have
get
to
out.
participate.
That's crazy. No, I was a total sweaty boy when it came to spelling bees. Of course,
A sweat
I mean,
bee, if you will.
A sweat, yeah,
sweat
sweat
bee.
a sweaty bee, yeah.
That was good.
That's 1 point. I think
point
that's
for
1
you.
point.
Another Point for Aidan.
Yeah, my traumatizing spelling bee story is I had to spell fuselage, and that was the first time I had heard that
Whoa.
word, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
And then they're like, "You're out."
Okay.
Anyway,
Screw you.
yeah.
I don't remember asking.
Anyway, question 12. We spent way too much time on this.
okay.
Question 12. Speaking of wasps, these bitches keep pretending to be bees, and I'm sick of it. Sometimes you see something, you're like, oh, is that a bee? And it's a wasp, and I hate it.
Yep.
Hornets and yellow jackets are especially the worst because they're often confused with bees due to their similar color scheme and certain other similarities. Which of the following is not a difference between hornets and bees? So 3 of these things are different between hornets and bees. One of them is not. A, hornets are carnivores. B, hornets are not eusocial, which is the hive structure thing. C, hornets will sting unprovoked. Or D, hornet hives use paper instead of wax. Mitch,
Shoot. That actually
did you fall
sounds...
for the negatively coded question thing again?
Which one is not a similarity between the two?
Which one is a similarity? Which one is not a difference?
I'm going to go with the communal structure.
You think that hornets are eusocial?
Yes.
That is correct, Mitch. That's 3 pots of honey to you. Hornets and yellow jackets are eusocial and have a very similar hierarchy. They don't produce honey or wax, though, and they're really aggressive. Like, they will sting you with much less provocation than even unprovoked sometimes. They'll just be like, especially when they're dying, they're like, I'm going to go get them.
Might as well.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Might as well go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah. Where honeybees and other types of bees really won't sting you unprovoked unless you get really threaten their queen, and then they get a little feisty. Okay, question 13. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. This line from the Bee Movie exacerbated a false rumor that has plagued amateur bee enthusiasts and scientists to this day. What caused the myth that bees violate aerodynamic theory? A, the previous calculations didn't account for the bee's static charge, which helped to lessen the air density. B, the previous calculations were based on fixed wing flight like planes or birds. C, the scientist that did the calculations was terrible at math. Or D, the Bee Movie writers saw the data but didn't interpret the data correctly. Sam.
What was the terrible at math one? Because that's just hilarious.
Just the guy who was terrible at math and did his math
I want
wrong.
to go with that one.
That is incorrect. The guy,
No.
I mean,
I feel like I'm going to go with B.
allegedly not terrible at math. Petey, what was that?
I think I'm going to go with, actually, I think I'm going to go with A, actually.
oh, he changed up.
Petey, that is incorrect. The static charge
wow.
it doesn't really help. It doesn't really lessen the air density enough for a bee to just levitate. So. Mitch, 50-50.
One is the obvious one, but maybe it's a little too obvious. What do you mean by fixed wing something? What do you
Fixed
mean by
wing
that?
flight. So
Fixed
like
wing flight.
planes
What
or
do you mean by
birds
that?
where you can kind of, it's fixed, right? Whereas like a bug is like,
Oh,
yeah.
so they were
How would you mess that up? That seems so
right.
obvious. But
Well, but I mean, what started the myth? Not necessarily from the movie, but from
yeah, the movie just made it more prevalent.
right. I'm gonna go with that one then. The fixed wing thing.
That is correct, Mitch. The guy who did the calculations were even like, hey, this is fixed wing flight, so take this with a grain of salt. But bees were able to fly, and everyone was like, wow, that's crazy how bees can't fly, but they can fly. But how bee flight actually works is more similar to a helicopter, where the wings create vortices that kind of lift them, add lift. It's not just the force of their wing
Up
flapping.
and down. Yeah,
exactly.
that makes sense.
Right.
Because
So,
I will say, when I see, when you watch slow motion videos of bees flying, it's kind of more of a circular motion.
Yeah, it's
like they're
these
doing the
jerky,
breaststroke.
circular
Yeah.
flipping motions that create the vortices.
Is that
It's really
similar
cool.
to like a hummingbird? Do hummingbirds do that too?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think they also do a very similar thing. And they also have a very, very high wing beat rate, so they're doing it really, really fast, which kind of helps with that. But question 14, speaking of wing beats, the flight of the bee actually helps to create that signature buzzing noise as the wings move back and forth. These sounds, interestingly, happen to align with the key of C, oscillating around those frequencies, which I just thought was really neat. But the question is, what key is Flight of the Bumblebee by composer Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov in?
oh my gosh,
All right, smart people, are you gonna snipe it?
no.
Take a guess.
okay.
This is gonna be a pure shot in the dark for me.
All right, is it A, B, A minor, C, E, or D, E minor?
Wait, go through them again. Sorry.
A minor, E minor. Okay. And this is what it starts in because I think it changes keys. Petey?
We're gonna go with E.
He is incorrect. You guys know Flight of the Bumblebee, right?
Yeah. I've got No, you're in the wrong key. You're in the wrong key. But I don't know
what is it?
I don't know what the name of it is. I could just do it. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Sam, I think you're up.
I feel like intuitively, I just feel like it would start in a minor key, thinking about it. So I think A minor, I'm going to go with.
Sam, that is correct. It starts in A minor.
Wow.
Yeah, I was hoping at least you could narrow down the 50-50 because it is like a minor key kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very chromatic and I like that song. It's very fun. Have you? I saw a group once do an a cappella rendition of Flight of the Bumblebee.
How do you even do that?
And it was so cool.
Oh, that's
it was
really
so
cool.
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But really fun nature fact. Bees kind of their buzzing noises happen to hit the notes in the key of C. It's like, they change species to species, but I thought that was like a really neat thing.
All right, Post Malone. Get to it.
Why Post Malone?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Cold shot, I guess.
That sounds like something Post Malone would do.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. All right, question 15, the final question.
Okay.
One of the biggest bee myths is that they can only sting you once and then they die. This is actually only true for worker honeybees specifically. Every other bee doesn't have that problem, but worker honeybees are the most common. So that's where it comes from.
Okay.
Other types of bees and wasps are unaffected, but why do honeybees die after stinging?
I'm going to try it.
He's doing the stinger. Stinger on the stinger question.
Yeah, I'm a stinger.
Okay.
I think that they have I hope this is close enough. They have a vital organ that is connected to the stinger. And so if the stinger is removed, they lose that vital organ.
That's interesting, Mitch. That is not correct, but it is interesting. It's not correct enough that I want to count it, I should say. Does anyone else want to snipe?
Oh, no, I have no clue.
So it's close, but not close enough is what he's saying.
Yeah.
A, the discharge of venom collapses the rest of the nearby organs that rely on that pressure, therefore killing the bee. B, the barbed stinger gets stuck and is ripped out along with most of the abdomen. C, the venom in the stinger is also toxic to the bee and gets slightly injected on contact. Or D, the bee starves itself after stinging to ensure it won't reproduce. Petey.
B.
B is correct, Petey. The barbed stinger, when they try to pull out of it, the barbs get caught and their abdomen basically just explodes.
Wait, am I tweaking? Have all of the answers to these questions been B?
Mitch, you finally got it at the end last question.
Wait, I was not even paying attention to that.
Catch on.
Wow.
I want to shout out to Alec for that because I was like, I'm going to do a B episode. He was like, you should make every answer B.
And
I thought that was the funniest thing. Yep.
Do I get an extra point for that?
I wouldn't have even known.
A point.
You get a point. Yeah,
okay,
sure.
you get a point.
See, I was hoping somebody would catch on earlier, but
get all the answers right.
That's why I added snipe, is so that you could still kind of get ahead of the if people got on.
Gosh.
But yeah, the barbed stinger thing. It's only on the worker honeybees. Queen honeybees have a smooth stinger. The rest of people have a smooth stinger, so it can keep going in and out. Fun fact about the barbed stinger: it really only affects mammals because of our thick skin, so it only gets caught in our skin. So they can do it to other things pretty easily and not die. It's just people have relatively thick skin, and the barbs kind of get stuck.
We just kill them.
Yeah, we're murderers.
We're just built different.
Me and the 12 bees I killed by having a teaspoon of honey.
Right.
Exactly. You imagine? Well, that's the end of our game-ish. We have a couple more things to do, so let's get a score check currently.
I got 7 pots and 3 points.
7 pots, 3 points. That's crazy. Mitch?
I have 15 pots.
Holy
and
shit.
1 point.
Okay.
And I have 14 pots. I'm not sure. I did not keep track of points.
Well, I'm sorry, Petey. I don't know if that's in honey challenge
striking
or wasp
range.
Swing. Yeah, but we do still have the wasp, the challenge question out there. So which one of those bees looked like a wasp to you?
I'll challenge if you do, Sam. Do we have
you
to
have
challenge?
to. I'm making you both.
Oh, okay.
No,
I do
you don't get to
have
not
one in
challenge.
mind. I do have one in mind.
Okay.
I also have one in mind.
Pete, I'm making you challenge too. So.
All right, good deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first then?
Well, let's start with Mitch because he's in the lead, I guess.
Okay. The one that was sussin', I got sus of. I'm sus of.
Sus on the bus.
I forget what number it was, but it was in round 1.
Okay.
It's the only one I wrote down as being sus. It's what happens when you have multiple queens.
Oh, the queen killing the other queens?
Not right. I have never heard that before, so I think that's what I'm going with. Neat.
All right, locked in. Thinks it's a wasp. All right, Sam, what do you want?
totally off of my intuition, but I'm gonna go with number 6 because I just definitely thought that bees eat pollen. They don't just turn it into wax or whatever you said.
Cool. And Petey, what do you got locked in the chamber?
I really don't think the ratio between flowers and pounds of honey is correct. I don't think it's 2.5, 2 million. I
2
don't think it's
million
2
to
million.
pound?
I think it's lower than that.
All right. Drum roll, please. The wasp buzz. You all lean towards. You're grabbing your bee. It was question 6, the pollen eating question.
No way. Oh my
Sam.
god.
Yeah, so Mitch and Petey, you get stung.
Wow.
You
I was
lose
so
3 of your
unsure.
honey. Sam, that's 3 extra
I
pots
just
of
ripped
honey.
out their abdomens. Let's
There
go.
you go. But that is true.
You
so
forced me to challenge. You forced me to
I'm
challenge.
sorry,
That's not very
Petey. I'm
nice.
sorry. But bees do eat pollen. They eat pollen. They make it into
Damn.
what they call bee bread. It's part of the thing that they eat. But mostly they're spreading it around and using it for building stuff. But they also do eat it. They completely lied to you. Most bees don't eat leaves. It's just the one kind of leaf eater bee. I don't remember which one it was actually called. Yeah, leaf cutter
Yeah,
bee.
when Petey answered that and you're like, no, you know leaf eater bees, I was like, that's
Leaf cutter bee. I got that one wrong. But they do. Leaf cutter bees do eat leaves, so that's not like fully wrong. But yeah, all bees eat pollen.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Damn.
So I
got
think
me.
that means Sam's our winner here, right?
Yeah.
Sam is the queen bee, if you will.
Ooh, I'm Beyonce. Thank
You're
you.
Beyonce. Congratulations to our Beyonce, Sam. Yeah, I have a thing to mention that every answer was B if you guys didn't catch on, but you got there right at the end. And
I wouldn't have.
well, Hive, it looks like we've rolled in here at Bee Cave, Texas, so that's all the time we have. If you enjoyed your ride on Bus 1, we'd love it if you told all your friends, enemies, queens, workers, drones, and or acquaintances about us. We're on all the socials at Bus 1 Trivia, and don't forget to send in your answer to the audience question this week. You can write to us at hi@bus1trivia.com or join our Discord server. The link is found at bus1trivia.com, where you can also check out our official merch. Like the brand new I'm a whatever phobe t-shirt. I don't remember the word, but we'll get back to it.
Spexophobe?
Yeah,
Spexophobe.
proud Spexophobe t-shirt, which may exist by the time this episode comes out. Finally, we'd like to thank Vert for the use of our theme song 5978, which is a certified waggler. Everybody do the waggle
Oh,
dance.
yeah.
Everybody do the waggle.
Waggle.
Thank you for writing Bus 1, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.